Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Minecraft here on our brand new Let's Play series. I'm Little Nicky and today we got a whole lot to go over. Starting with the roadway out front of the starter base, bringing in some spruce planks to make it an easy transition up and down the hill, extending out the coarse dirt and adding some stone and bushes as a little bit of decoration. And then I decided to move on to the left side of our house where I decided we're going to need a little bit of a garden. So I marked out a couple spots for trees, added a little pen as well as like a little overhang that we could pass under. And then I moved into the trees themselves because I really wanted to get these out of the way. So I decided to make a couple of spruce trees, but I actually wanted to try something new. So I extended out the branches in a weird fashion and it kind of worked for me as I worked my way through them. So I decided to make a second one, but I wanted to do something more unique with this one and decided to make it at like kind of a bend. Turned out to be a lot more difficult than I expected. A lot of removing bushes, removing planks, and kind of working my way up the tree in kind of a strange fashion, but ultimately I think it turned out really well. So then I decided to turn my attention back to our little garden area, brought some grass in, brought some carrots, created a nice little pathway that we could move up and down, and then brought in some wheat for the other side. So with our brand new beautiful little garden over here all built up and everything, we are now sustainable. We have carrots coming in, we have some wheat as well that we can use. It's time to expand. We actually I want to take this road down out into the plains and across here and out into one of the first villages we found, because yeah, there's a beautiful cherry blossom biome over there that I think we can do something really special with. So I'm gonna hop on my horse here, take a ride, and I'll show you guys that village and explain what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be extending that dirt road all the way down through here past this little horse. We're actually going to be building up a bridge across from here over to there, and then we're going to be winding that road all the way up through these mountains and onto the back side of it. But we're going to need a lot of coarse dirt for that. It was at this time I decided it was best to go mining to gather not only some gravel but a ton of other materials, and I discovered this beautiful lush cave that opened up into this massive cavern. I obviously had to fight off some skeletons as well as some other mobs, and I discovered a ton of diamonds, and you can see here that I have to fight off a skeleton for these ones. These ones are mine. Okay, so with those 40 diamonds in hand here, we can see that we already have a couple of tools, but we also need to make up a full set of armor. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, making up our chest piece first, our boots, some pants here, and a helmet. Now we have a full set of diamond armor already. Feeling real good about that. And again, we have 16 left over. We already have a diamond pick, a diamond shovel. We have 16 diamonds left over, so we can actually make up a sword. We can make up an axe as well. That'll give us all of the tools that we need. Let's go ahead and go ahead and do that real quick. So now we have all of the tools, but one of the things we're going to have to focus on here is getting a second pickaxe, actually, because we're going to need one for fortune and we're going to need one for silk touch as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that up as well as while we're here. That way we just get it out of the way. Now we have 8 diamonds left over. I'd like to make another maybe shovel with this because we're going to be tearing up a lot of dirt, but we do have a ton of iron as well. So maybe we just kind of rock the iron shovel. Iron shovels for now as we make this road. That way we're not just kind of wasting these unenchanted items. Okay, so with our brand new diamond armor and brand new diamond tools in hand, it's time to get into today's project. And what I would like to do is actually extend this dirt road here all the way down into the fields, across this little river down here, and past the mountains towards one of our villages. Kind of connect up our starter base to one of the villages, and that way we can travel by horseback and just by foot all the way across this mountain here. So in order to do this, we're actually going to be needing a ton of coarse dirt, which I've already made up some, but this is definitely not going to be enough. We have enough dirt, I think, but we're going to need a ton of gravel, and I think I used up everything I have. I mean, I don't have much for supplies right now. Yeah, we're going to need a ton more gravel, but I think what we can do to get started is just extend this road, and let me grab my horse, actually. so that we can kind of get down here a little bit quicker. All right, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, I want to continue this path nice and wide so that we can actually take horses down through them. So I just kind of want to extend it down through this way. We're gonna have to do a lot of terraforming and things like that, but I think that should be fine. So I want to extend it all the way down into here and kind of make a nice little loop down to right about here, and then I want to extend a nice bridge across this largemouth river. It's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna be a large bridge, but I think we could do something really nice. So I think we should grab up all the coarse dirt we have, do a little bit of terraforming through here, and just see how far that amount of coarse dirt is going to get us. And then we can kind of plan accordingly for the rest of the episode on what we're gonna need and how we're gonna go about it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need some help here. That's all of our coarse dirt. I think we only had like 6 stacks or so, maybe 5 and a little bit extra. But we didn't even get down to the river, which is a little sad. I was hoping we could get at least to the riverbed so that we could make the bridge across. But yeah, we're gonna have to go back into the caves and get some more gravel, because we're gonna have to extend this road all the way over those mountains, which probably not gonna happen today, but hopefully we could get up to the mountains. So I want to build this bridge across to here and then kind of wind the road up this direction, past this little cave entrance. And I actually kind of have a cool idea for this. So if we can get this road across to at least, get the bridge built and kind of extend the road, and then we can kind of focus on this cave. Maybe that's where we'll kind of take this episode, because yeah, I think this road is going to be a work in progress here, because that's a lot of coarse dirt, and yeah, I don't know how many stacks that's going to be, but well, I said like 5, maybe 6 stacks got us from past our beehive down the hill from our house down to here. That's going to be like 100 million stacks. That might be extreme, but it's going to be a lot of stacks. We're also going to need some cobblestone and stuff for this bridge, because this bridge is actually going to be pretty big. So let's go do some mining. We'll grab a bunch of gravel and probably cobblestone. So that's what I'll focus on, and then I'm just going to come right back here, guys, because you don't need to see me mining. That's going to be super boring. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a bunch of supplies and I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so we have gone ahead and extended our roadway here all the way down to where we're going to be putting our bridge. You can also see we've set up a little bit of a cart stand here with some supplies, so let's take a look. So I have some stone all smelted up for us here, and this is the leftover cobblestone that we have. Now this is by far not going to be enough materials to complete this bridge, but it'll get us started. So let me take a step back over to here and show you guys kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is actually the spot that I've actually kind of planned things out from, because I really like this view and it can give me a really good demonstration of what I'm looking at here. So I decided what I want to do is kind of build this bridge upward. I don't want it to be a straight across bridge or like a down curve, I guess it would be. I want a nice little bubble here in this front section as we're closest to the road that we've already built, and extend that down like a nice long slope over to this area here. So I'm going to go ahead, as nightfall comes close here, go ahead and take a nap and kind of plan out this arc here all the way into this area so that you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about from this angle. Okay, so now you can see what I was talking about by kind of creating that upward arc, kind of more towards this left side here, and then stretching things out on this right side. It's a little steeper than I think I would like, but I think it looks pretty good now that we have it in place. And once we kind of build up, because this is just a single line of cobblestone here that we have, but I think once we build this thing up, I think it's gonna look really nice. I'm again just kind of keeping things basic here in the start of this world, kind of matching our starter base here, kind of that old school Minecraft feel. So I am just going to keep this cobblestone, stone, some mossy cobblestone and andesite, just to keep it that classy look of just, you know, that gray tones. But I'm going to add a little bit of detail here and there. We'll probably bring in some stone bricks as well, just to kind of break up the monotony of everything. But I think this is going to look really, really good, especially this nice little arc here. I really like this. And then we're going to create a couple pillars underneath here just for supporting structure of the bridge. I think it's going to look really good. So we're going to extend that all the way up to here and then create the road kind of coming off of it as well. So let's jump into a time lapse, see how much we can get done with the supplies that we have. Again, that supplies is not going to be enough for this bridge. We already went through 2 stacks of cobblestone, and that's just a single line for this bridge. So yeah, again, let's just jump into a time lapse here and see how much we can get done. Okay, so yeah, there we are. That's all of our stone used up. Most of our cobblestone. I think we have like another 2 stacks in there. I didn't touch the andesite just yet because we're gonna bring that in for more of like the detailing phase. But right now, I just wanted to get the main structure in place. But you can see that everything's coming out pretty good. I do want to put one more pillar on this side just to support this tail end of the bridge. But I'm really liking the way this is looking. Obviously, like I said, before the detail phase here, you can see we added a little bit of detail in here up on the top, just so I could kind of figure out what I was doing as I'm placing these blocks. But yeah, now we're gonna need some more stone. That's for sure. And instead of mining out a bunch of cobblestone and smelting that down, I think what we should do is try to get silk touch. Now, while I was caving for the stone for this bridge, I actually fell. You can see my levels are down to 12 right now. And I did plant some sugarcane here, but it hasn't grown up that much in the small amount of time that it took for me to use up all the stone that we had. So I'm going to run off to a nearby village, probably that spruce village that's way off in that direction. See if they have a librarian. I don't remember if they do or not. I'm hoping they do. And we might steal some books from some of these villages. And then once we get all of those books, we'll come back here and set up a little bit of a temporary enchanting area, probably in our little tower there. Like I said, temporary. We don't have that many levels right now, and if we can't get all of the books, hopefully we can just get like an Unbreaking 1 or Unbreaking 2 on one of our pickaxes. That way we can, you know, mine out some of the cobblestone a little quicker, if anything. That'd be a little bit, you know, more beneficial to, you know, just using up all of our iron for our iron pickaxes. So yeah, I'm going to run off and see if I can't grab some books and make our way back here. I'll meet you guys here. Okay, so we made it back home and we used up all of the sugarcane that we could find. Plus, I raided one village that had books. We have 47. I'm not sure that's enough for a full enchanting setup, but we are going to use up all of them right now to make up all the bookshelves that we need. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Boom. So now we have 15 bookshelves. I don't actually know the correct amount that we need off the top of my head, so we're just going to use what we got here. I know I need 1 diamond, and we have the obsidian that we need for this enchanting table. Ooh, but we're going to need 1 more book, aren't we? Okay, so we're back with a little bit of extra sugarcane there so that we can make up 1 more book. And if I'm not correct in the recipe for this... Oh, man, maybe I'm not. Oh, no. What is the recipe? But I didn't even need that extra book. You guys are probably laughing at me. No, I didn't. I need 1 more obsidian, and I only needed 1 book. Oh, man. I knew it was along those lines, though. But there we go. We have what we need now. Let's make up this. There we go. We have our enchanting table. So let's go try to set up a little spot upstairs of our little tower there. and see what we can get. Okay, so let's check it out. We have a little door here now where we didn't before, and I just put a simple little ladder up into the tower where we have our enchanting setup. It's actually just a little basic in here, but I think I'm gonna come back and detail this out because I actually like this little area quite a bit. But until then, we can get what can we get? 13. We can get efficiency too. So if I get one more level there, it's not gonna be silk touch. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any type of silk touch here. I'm just gonna check out all of our gear too while we're up here, because why not? Respiration 3. Ooh, that looks nice. Protection, that'd be nice if we could get that as well. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab one more quick level, put efficiency on our pickaxe, and then we are gonna just go back to mining some cobblestone. Unfortunately, getting that all smelted up as well, which is gonna be a bummer. But that's what we're gonna have to do until we can get enough to finish up our bridge. Okay, so with our newly enchanted diamond pickaxe here with efficiency 2 on it, nothing else came up on the enchant, but I have a need for cobblestone and stone alike. So I want to turn my attention to this little cave here at the end of our bridge. So if you think of this world kind of as an RPG, right? Like an open world RPG, I like to think about these kind of points of interest. Maybe they're smaller points of interest, not major sites or anything, but I like the idea of kind of having a little cave to go explore. We don't have to do anything major in it, but I like this idea of coming off the bridge, seeing that little overhang right there. We'll obviously do a little bit of landscaping and designing around this area, but I like the idea of having this kind of bear den type cave here at the end of our bridge that we can kind of go sneak into and explore a little bit. But if we get down off here, you can see we have our work cut out for us, because this looks cool as you're coming down off the bridge, but it kind of just drops straight down as a Minecraft cave would want to do. So I want to grab some materials real quick and kind of bridge this gap from here over into the cave a little bit, and then start digging out in this direction, more of a horizontal direction rather than a vertical direction. And yeah, like I said, we can just do some simple design in here. It doesn't have to be anything major. Like I said, I want kind of like the idea of like a bear den or something like that, some type of wild animal using this as its den. I like that idea a lot. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, grab some probably, I guess we're gonna have to grab more stone, huh? We'll grab dirt for now. Kind of lay out a floor into the cave here, and then we'll dig out inside this little hillside here. Alright guys, so let's check it out. I have cleared out a large space inside this little cavern here. I do want to go a little bit higher with the roof here, but really this was just a materials gathering mission for the time being. I do want to come back through here with some different blocks and things and really decorate this up, make it look like it's kind of a, like I said, an animal den at some point. But right now, I want to focus on the bridge, and we have the materials now. I've actually cooked up all of the stone that I could with all the coal that I had. I'm actually out of coal now, so hopefully this will be enough materials to get the bridge finished. We have to finish up this side of the bridge, and then again, like I said, I want to add another pillar and go through and add some more detail to it, because right now it is just stone and cobblestone. So we'll add some andesite in there, we'll add some stone bricks and some mossy variants as well. So let's just go ahead and finish that off now. Okay, so there we are. Our bridge is complete, as you guys just saw in the time lapse there with the shaders on it. It's looking real nice in my opinion. So it is fully functional now. We can take our horse up and down this thing and get from one side to the other in fashion. If we take a step back here, we can look at some of the details together. So like I said, guys, we added all kinds of details throughout this thing. We added a bunch of like ruined bits in it, kind of using like the walls as texture to give it some 3D elements to it all throughout this, I don't know what you call it, the wall of the bridge, I guess. We also added some mossy cobblestone down at the bottoms just to give it some of that life that you'd be getting kind of off the water here, kind of coming up through the pillars. Added some over there as well next to our drowned buddy over there who has one of our cobblestone blocks apparently. I also added some bushes along the pillars and along the edges just to give it some more life. I think we could come back through here with a fine-tooth comb once we get, towards the end game with some, more items and more tools and things, and kind of just refurbish it a little bit, add some more detail throughout. I think that would actually look really cool if we ended up doing that. But another detail that we added was the glow lichen. It just gives it a nice little pop at night. We also have the lanterns scattered about on the railings as well. So I think I don't know, I like it. It's simple. We also went ahead and added some lanterns here on the railing of our bridge. Guys, and I'm really loving this bridge. It came out really good. It's real simple. It's got that old school Minecraft feel to it, which I'm kind of tying together with our starter base and everything like that as we start out our world here. Once we get further in, we'll be adding more exciting elements of things into our builds. But for now, I just kind of want to stay grounded with the starter progress of Minecraft. Obviously, this is a pretty large build. It required a lot of blocks, but keeping it kind of grounded in that old school Minecraft flavor with just keeping the gray tones, not trying to go too extreme and make it really pop. It might be a little bit boring for the thumbnail, but I really love it. I'm actually really excited for how this ties into kind of the lore and the story of the land. So it's just kind of that old bridge that's been here for a minute. But yeah, I love it. I think it came out really well. And so now we need to extend this road all the way up past the mountains. But I think that's a job for the next episode. This episode's already coming out a little bit late because I got sick at the start of this episode, and so the recording process slowed down pretty heavily. We obviously didn't get as much done during this episode as I would have liked. I would have liked to really tackle this cave and brought it more to life, especially this edge here on the outside of it. But that's all right. That creates more projects for the next episode, more content to come. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And if you did like the episode, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you, everybody, that's shown so much support here early on in the series. It really means a lot to me. And let's keep this thing rolling into the next episode.